Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn. Happy to be with you. And, CD, as we get this thing going, give the folks at home something to keep their eye on.
The running game for both teams, because I think this is going to be an old-fashioned, old-school type of a game. Physical, who wins up front, who runs the ball the best and controls the clock, they will come out the victor.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Mayfield on first down. Flush to his right. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
All right, now, look at 56. Look it.
On second down, Mayfield again. He's going to air one out. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Flushed out right. This is Johnson. He's got it. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A pickup of 24 on the third down conversion. And the young buck showing that ability, that agility to dance outside of the pocket, complete the deep ball.
And don't think for a second that the coaching staff didn't have their heart rate accelerate a little bit there, right? Anytime you have those young quarterbacks and they get outside of the pocket, you're just hoping that they make good decisions, because so many things can happen that can go wrong when you throw it downfield like that. He got away with it there and in a big way.
And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchup, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Mayfield with it once more. To the sideline and complete to Gronkowski. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on his first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Grady Jarrett breaking through to get him for a loss of 7. They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage, or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call.
Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to go down again. Howie Long in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs are going to lead to a 3rd and long. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Mayfield looks to throw. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. 19 yards is the pickup there, but even with that, they're well short. It's 4th down.
Well, I think everything was impressive about that one, except they didn't get a first down. But I like their field position now after that play.
Yeah, now you got a pretty makeable field goal opportunity. And Zerline's kick is good. And the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves them with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now. Now a handoff. Here's Williams. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Every time I watch LT blow up plays just like that one, I think of one quote. You can run, but you can't hide.
He won a record 3 Defensive Player of the Year awards back in his day. He was also the league MVP in 1986.
One of 2 defensive players who won the MVP award in the NFL. The second one, Alan Page with the Minnesota Vikings, the linchpin of their Purple People Eaters defense.
Now on 4th down, they throw the deep ball, but it winds up to be incomplete. And the Browns getting set to go. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
1st down, Mayfield. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Ronnie Lott, the Hall of Famer, with a pick. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. And that was a young pup, the rookie, being intercepted by a veteran DB.
And I loved our quick conversation in pregame with him on the field where he said, hey, look, I love playing these young quarterbacks. They don't know a whole lot yet, so I can use my mind to put me in a position to make a play.
And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, and you've got to...
On 2nd down, Williams. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
On 3rd down, Elway. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball in this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
Here's Elway. Oh, and this is going to wind up a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, But he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
To throw, Mayfield. And the Giant rush gets home as down he goes. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Mayfield now on second down. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Gone! Detroit!
Mayfield now. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. He got 29 yards that time.
I know retirement ceremonies, a rocking chair is often one of the major gifts, but don't give this guy one just yet. He may be plus 30, but my goodness, how about that effort?
Yeah, he's not that old. Hey, I'm on the wrong side of 32.
You okay? You feeling all right?
Yeah, I'll be all right.
Okay, good.
I just need some chocolate and a box of tissues. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll make it second down. And again, it's Mayfield. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
The Browns on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Going to the air again with Mayfield. He finds Beckham complete. 8 yards there on a first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Now a play fake here on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. A second down throw for Mayfield. Drops it off for Chubb. Open space inside the 10. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Well, that play reminded me of Michael Strahan in 2001 when he was absolutely incredible. That was the year he set the single-season record for most sacks with 22 and a half.
And not surprisingly, Defensive Player of the Year that season. And he also led the league in sacks in 2003, 142 and a half in his career. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. Johnson was the intended receiver.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Clock rolling as the Giants will hurry to the line.
Detroit! Detroit!
On 2nd down, Elway. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. They'll hand it off now. Williams. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. And the Giants send out their punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. That's it for the first half. So I'm waltzing down Main Street, got an umbrella, just a torrential downpour, and I look over, and this guy's stone-faced wearing a poncho that says, "Don't rain on my parade," and he is just angry. And we got to go. I'll tell you the rest later. Here we go, 3rd quarter. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Again, it's Williams. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ballgame. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down. So here we go. Elway on 4th down. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Throwing again, Mayfield on 2nd and 10. And this will be incomplete. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, Mayfield. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. They go play action here on 1st down. It fights him off. Steps away to his left. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. That's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Vernon Davis from 19 yards away. And the Browns add on to their lead. Zerline good with a PAT. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Now, folks, let's just think about what we've just witnessed. I don't want to get too cute here. How much fun is this one? Only in Madden can you see something that we would have loved to have seen in real life. Lawrence Taylor tackling LaDainian Tomlinson. Go ahead and say it, partner.
LT tackles LT. That's two Hall of Famers from different eras, but here in Madden on the same field. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff.
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Elway, quick slant, caught by Moore. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant.
And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Here's Elway to throw. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. Out of the gun, Elway. And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. Thought they had something going there to break that goose egg here in the second half, but to no avail.
Hope was alive until that interception. What a terrific play, taking the ball away after it looked like they were starting a drive.
And now that shutout still standing. You know that's something those defensive guys hold a lot of pride on, too.
No doubt about it. They're excited about where they are in this game.
And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And again, it's Chubb. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Browns football, and they've got the lead here as we start quarter number 4. The Browns on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th. And now the Giants, they get the officials' attention and take another timeout. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Mayfield to throw for it on fourth. Buying time to his left. He can run for it, and he will. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Before kickoff, Charles, quickly your keys to the game.
Well, partner, I could give you the standard ones, turnovers, special teams play. But here's one that doesn't get talked about much anymore, and that's time of possession. Whoever controls the football, gives their defense a break, and takes care of business, that's the team that's going to win this ball game.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play call to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber that runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1.
90, 20.
On 3rd and 1, here's Vick. He gets it to Brown, complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Call it a gain of 10, and they pick up the first.
Hey, let's go!
On play action, Vick. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And he's able to get this down deep on the Giants side of the field. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 45 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. First down, Vic. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. They'll throw again. Here's Vic. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And he is going to be stopped on the return at his own 3-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. They'll run it for the first time with Ricky Williams. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, you can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. They were looking for a little spark and some breathing room. They got it right there, a gain of 14 and a first down. Thanks to that last play, a little more room to operate. 1st and 10 at the 18. Williams. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They'll run it with Williams. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. And they'll go on the ground. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps them pick up the first. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. On the ground, this is Williams. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation we were talking about where one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly, it's a big man's game. And it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big ball.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
Leopard! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now they'll throw it with Elway. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Khalil Mack in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Now Elway on 3rd and long. He's going to rifle one deep left into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
He's going to wind up and air it out. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
And New York set to take the field. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Williams. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. 3 yards on the pickup there, but they've only got it back to 3rd and 10. Two minutes remain in a scoreless first half. We're back to New Orleans after this. On 3rd down, here's Williams. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
I think when people start talking about the greatest Ravens of all time, Ray Lewis's name comes up pretty fast, doesn't it? Tackles like that, just the tip of the iceberg when you start to talk about his talents.
He was their 2nd pick after the move to Baltimore. What was that, 96?
Yeah, 1996. Jonathan Ogden was the first.
And Ray Lewis also 2-time Super Bowl champion and the MVP of Super Bowl 35. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Caught left side by Hilton. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. It's a play fake. Now Vick trying to lay one up deep, and that's caught inside the 35. Now the ball comes loose, and who's got it? The Giants. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free. Anything you can do to slow them down.
Detroit!
Following the fumble recovery, it's Elway. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Ray Lewis coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side. Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going.
Over the middle, that's called by Rice. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. So the first catch for Jerry Rice, always fun to talk about. His career stats, Charles, they're so good. He leads in so many categories that we can't even get to them all.
Yeah, what do they say? He combines ridiculous statistical supremacy with crazy longevity. How about this? Most receptions, yards, touchdowns, just to name a few of the accolades along the way.
On 1st down, Elway. Flushed out right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Khalil Mack in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He was trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The Giants on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And he's able to get up here to the 26. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with fourth down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. And the Giants send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the second time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is taken at about the 14. So 2 quarters. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. There are 0 points on the scoreboard for either side. It'll be interesting to see what adjustments were made. The defenses have obviously been great.
So if you like defense, this is a classic game. This is what you're looking for. But now you're trying to figure out how to gain any type of an advantage on offense. Is it through a big chunk play that they haven't seen before? Or is it just running your regular offense and running it better, trying to create an opportunity?
We'll see which avenue they choose to go down. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
When we talk about the best corners in the league, we're usually saying shutdown corners, guys you can't complete passes against. Richard Sherman fits that definition to a T. The best part of his game, no wasted moves. He studies the opponent so well, hard to get a pass on Richard Sherman.
And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. Now Williams running left. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. The 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
They try the left side here with Williams. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Up from the secondary to make the tackle, Jalen Ramsey. They'll try to throw it here. Vick eluding the pressure right. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Let's go. 20.
On third down, Vick. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. T.Y. Hilton, 27 yards. And the Bucs are able to strike for 6. And that one gives the Bucs a 7-0 lead. Anderson now to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The New York set to take the field. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And Walker has it. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What, is it 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
Now it's Elway. And too much on that one. It's out of the back of the end zone, incomplete. One of his main targets, Delaney Walker, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Now Williams. And they'll get him down right about the 20. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Anderson's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Yeah, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. A good balance attack for that last touchdown drive they had. Now it's time to see if they can do that again.
It really becomes a tale of 2 play callers, doesn't it? The offensive guy, he's in sync. Everything's working pretty well. For the defensive
what's going on the defensive side?
That's a tough one because he's prepped all week as well, and he can't get a bead on exactly what they're doing right now. What he needs is one of his...
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 36-yard line. It's a big play there for the Buccaneers. 46 yards. Back now here live in New Orleans. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. Off the play fake, Vick. He's going to air one out. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. T.Y. Hilton, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. Anderson now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. New York set to take the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. That one, 28 yards on the ground.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Oh, man, it's caught inside the 10. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That one goes for 36 yards. They'll try and run. This is Williams. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be 2nd and goal.
And Ray, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
Now Elway, and that is incomplete.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys free.
You're right, they have had no room to breathe. So a field goal gets you back within a score, but they're going to go for the bigger chunk here. Kicking team on the sidelines. Offense on for 4th down.
All right, now, look at 56.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And no, it's incomplete. The safety, Jamal Adams, able to break that one up. So now with a 2-minute warning coming up fast, that puts a mammoth dent in their comeback hopes.
I like how you phrased it. It's a dent because there's still opportunity. They've got to get the ball back on defense, obviously twice. But guess what? This thing is not close to being over. They need to go ahead and play it out.
Not over. As you said, 2-score game still. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. And now the Giants, they get the officials' attention and take another timeout. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. On 3rd down, Vick out of the gun. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Lawrence Taylor. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Elway will throw. Letting one go deep for the ends. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Good positioning, and it's picked off. He's got daylight. He's at the 30. And it's a pick 6. He brings it. Happy to be on hand. I'm Brandon Gaudin with Charles Davis. And before we kick, partner, your keys to the game, please.
Well, my keys are on the defensive side of the ball for both teams. And the big one, making sure you avoid giving up the big play. These safeties are going to get tested all game long. Their job, keep the ball in front of them, tackle people, make them run extra plays in order to try and score.
They played 2 of the more memorable Super Bowls in recent history. The Giants and Patriots are underway again. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. A first down throw coming for Vick. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Brandon, when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach and talked about how they wanted to begin this game offensively, they talked about their script, didn't they? 10 to 15 plays, the first 10 to 15 they had on their script. Nowhere on the script was there throwing an interception, I have to believe.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
2nd and 10, Elway again. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. Remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tucker roll that they can fall back on anymore.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now it's Elway. And he fires one that's intercepted. The linebacker, Stephon Anthony with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
And on the ground they go with the running back. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Like 20.
2nd down, Vick. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of bounds. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Here's Michael Vick dancing to his left. And this is going to be incomplete.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. They will indeed go for it. Vick forced out to his left. Taken down here. Great coverage downfield. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. The first carry now for Ricky Williams. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Ricky Williams, a 16-yard touchdown run. And the Giants are going to take a first-quarter lead. And now a 2-point conversion attempt forthcoming. They'll look to run for it with Williams. And he will get in to make it 8-0. They get the conversion, and Charles, when you only have 2 yards to go, what do you think of the toss play? Because initially it kind of sets you back a little bit.
It does, especially if you get a lot of pressure coming towards you. But if you can get to the edge, if you seal the edge with your blocking, often your tackle or your tight end on what they call the play side where the ball goes, you can get to the corner, and that allows those big guys to get out ahead of the runner.
So the Patriots coming out now. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Play action now. Vick. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander, and his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis with you from our broadcast perch. And, Charles, as we get this thing started, what are you going to be keeping your eye on?
Special teams. Field position is always a big determiner in a ball game. Who sets their offense up for